Hello, happy, what day is it? Wednesday afternoon to you. I just wanted to do this quick video today because I've been drawing this distinction a lot lately between can't and don't want to. So you might have seen my review of Shonda Rhimes' book, Yes. And I have very strong views on saying yes to things when they relate to the thing that I'm headed towards. So let me explain. When I have a goal and an opportunity is presented to me that gets me towards that goal, I always pride myself on saying yes and worrying about how on earth I might do it later. And one of my goals is to experience new things and have more fun. And so I have a friend that is constantly inviting me to things. Bless her, she's really persistent and I love that about her. Probably because she knows that doing new and fun things is one of my goals. And recently, after I did the book review, in fact, I said to her no to something. So she asked me, did I want to go to a roller disco? And I just went, no, I don't want to go to a roller disco. But then it kept playing on my mind, which is a sure sign that actually maybe you do want to do something, but you think you can't do something. And so it kept playing on my mind, it kept playing on my mind. I was visualising what a roller disco would be like, and I thought that'd be really fun. And actually I realised I did want to do it, but I can't do it because I don't know how to skate. And so at that point, I've got a decision to make. If you can relate to this scenario, you've got a decision to make. Are you going to stay trapped in the word I can't, or are you going to find a way that you can? So my challenge for you today is every time the word can't comes out of your mouth, ask yourself, but do you want to? And if the answer is yes, go, well, how can I then? Because, you know, I cannot picture right now myself whizzing round a roller disco, busting moves and singing from the top of my voice. However, well, a first start would be to try and roller skate. So yesterday I had my first roller skating lesson. It was horrendous, I have to say, and I was very wobbly. I only fell over once. I have a very big bruise on my left bum cheek to prove it. But the fact is, I made the distinction between I don't want to and actually, I don't want to cut myself off from options. I don't want to be in a position where there's something I want to do, I believe I can't, and then I stop. You know, I quit before I've even tried. That is really, really depressing energy to be in. So, you know, another example, same friend asked me to go to music concerts quite a lot, and I say no quite regularly. I'm sounding like not a very supportive friend right now. But I'm being honest, I don't want to go to those things. I could go to those things. So it's not an I can't scenario, it's that I really don't want to. But roller skating for me was that, oh, I don't know, maybe that'd be interesting. Now, the euphoria that you get from getting yourself clear about the fact that you want to but you think you can't, finding a way and then taking action in that direction, well, I can't describe it to you. It's magical. And this is the whole point. I've realised the link with my event this weekend. I can do it. This is the problem. People say no in life because they believe they can't. So several people said, oh, I can't make it, I've got my kids, you know, and it's unquestioned in their mind that they've got kids. Well, I've got a kid and, you know, I want to run this event. I'm not going to be stuck with, well, I can't, I'm a parent. I'm going to find a way. I'm going to ask for help. Now, there's a difference between that and actually, no, well, I want to spend time with my children. So one is a choice and one feels like being trapped. So if you wanted to come to this event on Saturday and you have kids, then you've got two positions to take. You either say, I really want to come, and you find a way, you ask for help, and you enroll people in, this is what I believe I'm going to get from this event, and I need this to help me move forward in my life happily and with ease. Anyone would be sold by that argument. Parents, friends, whatever, people will be queuing up to support you. But if actually you just want to spend time with your kids this weekend, then don't tell yourself you can't. You absolutely can. You just don't want to. Right now, in your mind and in your heart, what's more important to you is your kids. And so that's an active choice. It's not a done to position that's a bit kind of martyr-like and victim-y. You absolutely can find a way for people to have your kids. You absolutely could find a way to take a day off if that was in the week. You absolutely can do pretty much anything you decide that you're going to do. And really, this is the selling point of this event. I've got a number of people coming with an idea of what they would have in their life instead of what they've got now. And there's this niggling self-doubt that every day says, but you can't. How can you? This event is about finding a way. It's about saying, well, of course you could, but you've got some choices to make. And having a space, a day where you're dedicated to putting your choices first is really quite unique in this day and age. So my own husband is going to that event. He has bought a ticket and he's going to that event. Why? Because he wants something in his life that he doesn't believe he can have. And actually, he needs to go through that process where he says, you know, who am I? What do I really want? You know, when I park my wife, when I park my wife's needs, when I park my child's needs, when I park everyone else's needs but mine, who am I? What do I want? And then actually look at, are you willing to do what it takes to get there? And part of the willingness in that scenario is saying to me, I actually need to do this week instead, darling. I want to do this weekend instead. And when you're passionate about something, when you know yourself, you know exactly what you want, telling someone you love those details is easy. They'll be mesmerised by your passion. So I already know what he wants from this weekend because I've read his questionnaire. And so what I also observe is when he's given opportunities to get those things, he says no, because he doesn't feel like he's worthy of them yet. He doesn't think he deserves them, and he doesn't want to put me out. So if you're saying I can't because you don't want to accept help, if you're saying you can't because you don't believe there's someone that's there to support you, if you're saying I can't because you haven't got the courage to ask, then don't do that to yourself. You're locking the door on your own prison cell. Don't do that. There are opportunities everywhere to get the support that you need. You've just got to have that tiny bit of space to get to know, you know, who are you? What do you really want? And then you only ask for the things that truly matter. You're not asking for the fake stuff that you've been led to believe you want. You're not asking for the stuff that everyone else seems to want and be happy with. You're asking for the stuff that you value, that is important to you, that's going to light you up. So if you have not got a ticket for this weekend's event, I highly recommend, if any of this has resonated with you, then I urge you to private message me today, because I have to confirm the numbers today. Only this morning, a lady said, I'd love to come, but it's a 2-hour journey. And I said, are you going to let a 2-hour journey stop you from getting what you really want in life? And her answer was, no, you're right, I'm booking a ticket. And she did. But I throw that back to her and to you now, that even if it's not about coming to my event on Saturday, but if you're saying you want something and you're not taking the action to go towards it, there's one thing in your way, and it's you. And that might be really tough to digest. It might be really hard to hear. But it's you. You can do it. And if you don't believe that, then you need to be at my event on Saturday. The I Can Do It event, aptly named. But it's going to be a really small group. It's going to be intensive work. But it's going to be great fun as well. But above all, it's going to bring you relief. It's going to give you permission to go, oh, thank God, I don't have to do all those things on my to-do list that are making me feel overwhelmed. Actually, only these 2 things are important to me, and I know exactly now how to go about bringing them into my life. And you might even make progress when you're in the room, depending on what it is. So I hope that was helpful. There's a massive distinction between I don't want to and I can't. If you don't want to change your life, that's fine, but you probably shouldn't be listening to me. If you do want to change your life, but you don't know how, you just need to get some clarity. And once you've got that clarity, your path towards it becomes so much clearer. It becomes so much more attainable. You know, it gets so much more tangible in terms of the action steps that you have to take. And it gets a lot less scary too. So if this was useful, I would love you to comment on this post. If you're catching the replay, stick CTR in the comments. And finally, if it's going to make a difference in someone's life, which I'm positive it will, please just click the share button and don't keep this message to yourself. Share it with the people you love and let them help you stay accountable too. Maybe you can admit to each other that support is what you need and you'll be there for each other. Have a great day, and I hope to see you at my event on Saturday. See you.